Wake up feeling blessed up, pistol on that dresser, ain't afraid to show it out.
What up, my people? It's your boy, the one and only, at the real man the fuck up. I'm back and happier than ever. I hope y'all missed me because I missed y'all. Okay, it's been a minute. I know. Don't worry about it. You know, all of us gotta hustle, gotta get that grind. You know, I'm trying to build that gym. I'm trying to do so much, you know, trying to bring so much content to you guys. So I apologize for the long wait, but I hope y'all guys missed me because I missed y'all. All right. Thank you and welcome again. For those who have subscribed, I want to again say thank you so much for all your support, all your comments, or your emails, or your WhatsApp messages. I want to just say thank you. You guys have been really great. Okay, I actually went out and bought a ring light. That's why you can see a ring in my eye, okay? So that the lighting could be better and you guys could speak to me and you guys can do whatever you want. I actually, we're actually gonna do a new video. We're gonna go on YouTube live. We're gonna do a Instagram live video. So I want you guys to keep an eye out because I'm gonna go live and I'm gonna be talking to you guys live from now. So you guys can type comments to me while you're doing everything, all right? By the way, guys, I put a nice t-shirt for you guys today because I'm Superman, as you can see. Okay, I'm coming to you guys. I'm coming to save you guys, come and break all that nonsense that you have in your head. And remember, this is Man the Fuck Up, so we're going to try and teach you guys on how to actually get rid of all the stuff that we've been talking about. All right. So I hope you've enjoyed all the episodes that we've gone through, all the topics that we've spoken about. Again, guys, don't forget, if you like what I say, if you don't like what I say, if you hate what I say, you love what I say, subscribe, like, share, pass it on. It may not help you, but it may help someone else, or it may not help someone else, but it may help you. So whatever. At the end of the day, y'all guys need to know what you need to do. All right. So that being said, on this episode, we are talking about what is motivation in 2018. All right, so as usual, you know, I'm gonna give you guys my views. I'm gonna pick a few topics. I'm gonna pick a few things that I highlight here and there, and then you guys are gonna have to tell me what you guys think, or otherwise keep your opinions to yourself or say nothing at all, because at the end of the day, as we know, you either stand for something or you fall for anything. By the way, guys, don't be afraid of my guns. I know. You know, the gym's really been treating me well. So, you know, like again, by the way, people, I've never told you this before, but I also actually am a personal trainer and also a bodybuilder. So I'm trying to compete. So I got to keep my body looking fit. I got to keep myself looking good at all times because, you know, you never know what can happen. All right. So let's dive in. Man the fuck up. All right. What is motivation in 2018? So, by the way, I Googled it and I went on to motivational speeches on Google, on YouTube. Okay. You get about 180,000 videos that get streamed back to you. Millions and millions of books from famous people writing. You get millions and millions of people talking to you about how to be motivated, how to do everything in life. However, this is the reality. The reality is this. We have all these millions and millions and millions and millions of self-motivational books, self-help, all the stuff that is out there. So tell me why we as people are not succeeding. Why are we not reaching that goal that we are so easily supposed to? If everything is at our disposal, why are we not achieving it? What seems to be the problem? What seems to be the holdback? So I thought about it and I said to myself, no, I've got to analyze this because every time we fall down, we struggle, or we go through something bad, or we go through a bad experience, okay, and then we need some form of motivation. We need some form of someone to help us, give us a handout, etc., etc. You know, and just it baffled me. So I said to myself, no, there's got to be something that we're doing wrong. So on this episode, I'm going to be nice to you guys. I'm going to give you guys something to help you leave that space, to be able to reach your full potential with just one thing that you have to do for yourself. And it's actually very simple. The problem is a lot of you don't know you can do it. Why? Because you listen to so much things and you think there's so many things to put to it, but there isn't actually. Let me tell you what motivation is. Motivation, forget the definition, forget everything. Motivation is basically leaving your comfort zone to being uncomfortable. That's it. That's it. That is what motivation actually is. It is leaving your comfort zone to be uncomfortable. Why do you think you learn more when you struggle than when you are not struggling? You learn nothing. What do you think that is? Why do you think all the millionaires, etc., all the people with money, people with time, etc., like, I mean, the basic definition of the difference between a rich person and a wealthy person, the difference is time. Because a rich person is focused on money. A wealthy person is focused on time. How they can utilize the best way that time that's been allocated to get the best results. A rich person chases after money. That is the reason why most of you guys are failing. Is because you're chasing after money instead of utilizing the time that you have to bring about the best results. All right. So now in 2018, the reason why nothing works is because of everything needs instant gratification. All right. Everything. We sleep with our phones, social media. Now these days, you don't even have to be good looking. You don't even have to know how to talk to a girl. You don't need anything. Everything is instant. It's instantaneously available to you. You need to buy a shirt, Amazon. You need to order ring lights, Amazon or Alibaba. You need to know what's happening in the world, in the news, Facebook. You need to move from one place to another, Uber. That is where we are today as human beings. Everything is instantaneously gotten. So what has that made? It has created a generation of laziness, stupidity, people who just live in an ignorant life. And that is the problem. So we need to move from that stage to the next stage. And that is the reason why all these motivational speeches, all these motivational videos, all these motivational books, self-help books, etc. are not helping. Because for the simple reason, we have been unable to move from that instantaneous place where everything gets gratified like that. Let me give you guys an example. Did you guys know you actually get a dopamine excretion when you get a like on your Instagram? That is the reason why you go back to your Instagram, to see who liked your picture. You want to know, am I that important? What's wrong with me? You want gratification from the rest of the world. Because now you cannot see what is important about yourself. You want someone else to tell you how good you are, how good your poems are, how good your quotes are, etc. That's why we go back to our Facebook feeds, our Instagram feeds, our Snapchat, etc. I mean, think about it. It makes no sense whatsoever that you cannot accept yourself and you need someone else to gratify you. You need someone else to accept you and say you are good looking, you are better at this, you are that, you are that, you are that, and the list goes on and on and on. Should you understand, my friends? Okay, so the first point of what is motivation today is understanding what is the point. What do you need motivation for? Are you using motivation to understand you, or are you in a place that requires you to move from one point to another to understand what your purpose is? I remember we covered in one of the videos where I told you need to develop a skill, right? By definition, what is a winner? A winner is basically someone who takes a God-given talent, all right, and develops a skill and perfects that skill to then better his own outcome. So now, if you are living in an instant gratification world, what are you then doing? Because if you understand that you are a winner, which means you have a skill, a natural God-given talent, which you then develop into a skill, which you perfect that skill to better your own coming. So, what do you need instant gratification for? As usual, man the fuck up. No one needs to tell you how better you need to be about yourself. You don't need to watch a YouTube video. You don't need someone to motivate you. Now, understand, I'm not saying we don't need motivation at all. But the moment motivation becomes a point where you rely on anything, that is an addiction. Okay? Addiction is something that you cannot live without, right? Like alcohol. Did you know, for example, okay? Let's digress. Let's digress before I go 140 kilometers an hour here, right? For example, the same dopamine that you get from Instagram and social media, okay? It is the exact same addiction that we get out of alcohol. Did any of you know that? All right, that's where alcohol addiction comes from. The dopamine you get to basically suppress every form of emotion and feeling, instead of feeling what you're going through, what alcohol gives you, which breeds about addiction, is the same thing that happens that you're now substituting for social media. Should I give you a minute to think about that? No, I won't. This is Man the Fuck Up. We're not giving you guys a minute to think about that. So, what do you need to do? Understand first why are you here. I mean, okay, let's stop there. Let me take a sip of my drink. Yeah, I think I make a good drink. But anyway, let's analyze this again. So, I ask myself 3 questions every day when I wake up. First one being, why am I here? What is my purpose? What am I here to achieve? What is the end goal? Because at the end of the day, you need those 3 questions in order for you to understand, to make meaning of anything that says in your life. Right? So, if you can come up with your own 3 questions for yourself, those are mine. Okay, that's for me, Paul Christian. All right? It's not going to be for everyone. But each one of us has to derive or come up with a question or 3 questions that make sense as to why you wake up. Why are you waking up every day? For what reason? What are you... Excuse me. I'm drinking. So, I'm going to take another sip. This yak is nice. Anyway, so come up with 3 questions as to why you wake up every day. Once you understand those 3 questions and you can answer each and every one of them 100% surety, you can then motivate yourself to do everything else that you want to do. Now, I'm not trying to be a motivational speaker. I'm not trying to motivate you to get out of some place that you are in. I'm not trying to say life is easy. As a matter of fact, guys, this is something you should all know. The harder your life is right now, the better the outcome. The more you struggle to achieve that end goal, the better the outcome. Does it sound stupid? No, it does not. Because for most of you, you know, the harder you struggle, the better the outcome. So I'm going to give you 4 points that I want you guys to think about. All right? Now, again, you know I take notes, so I've got to look down. So if I'm not looking at you, don't freak out. Don't get emotional. Calm the fuck down. This is Man the Fuck Up. All right? So let me give you guys Maslow's hierarchy of needs. All right? What are the needs that we naturally need? All right? From a standpoint. All right? So there is actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. So my mistake, not 4, but 5. All right? First one being psychological needs. Don't have to explain that to you. Safety and security needs. Don't have to explain that to you. Social needs. Don't have to explain that to you. Esteem needs. So in other words, what makes you feel good? What makes you rub that around and you're like, oh, I can sleep good tonight. All right? And the final 5th need is actualization needs. All right? So reaching your full potential, in other words. All right? Those are the 5 needs that we need to look at. Okay? So when you ask yourself those 3 questions, do they cover those 5? So in other words, you've got 8 things to do now. Clear? I hope we're clear. All right? The problem in today's society, the reason why we're so clinged on to this whole instant gratification is because of entitlement. Now, I'm going to break up the groups of ages so maybe you might understand where you fall in and how I'm coming up with this whole concept. All right. We've all heard the concept of millennials, Generation X, and baby boomers, right? So baby boomers are people basically born from about 1914 to about 1946. The Generation X will be about from 1946, 47 to way around about 1980, 81, 82. All right. And then obviously the millennials will be anybody born from the 1984s right up until so 20 years after that. Right. So those are the three categories of people. So most of us fall within that spectrum of the millennials. All right. Where we are seen as entitled. All right. We want everything to be given. All right, be it at work, be it at school, be it in a relationship. We just want, hey, take, it's yours, it's yours, it's yours, it's yours. And that is why we lack so much motivation today. All right, is because we grew up in a space, really not really our fault. Except, well, I mean, there's a category. I mean, there's a number that can be given to certain people, right? So I can't just say everybody is entitled, okay? Because certain people aren't, okay? For example, I didn't grow up with certain things that other people grew up with, okay? So we're not gonna say everybody was entitled. But however, we feel, including myself, entitled that we deserve to have certain things without having to work for it. So we're creating this whole laziness that we're building up because we want gratification from other things, okay? We are getting gratification from things and not people, all right? We are getting gratifications from what car I drive, what work I do, how much money is in my bank account. So materialistically, okay? We are not satisfied with ourselves, so we put all these layers and filters in front of us, okay, to hide this. And that is the birth of my channel, to get you guys to leave that space, all right? To first come out. What is that famous thing? If we go back to Eminem, all right? If you expose yourself to the world, then nobody can say something bad about you that you haven't said about yourself. Do you understand? So if, for example, you are hiding a secret about yourself that you feel would be detrimental to you, if you take that out, get out of that shell, then nobody can say something about you that you haven't said about yourself. Do you get what I mean? So now, that is the instant gratification. That's the reason why we've put all these filters around us. That is the reason why you get onto Instagram or Facebook or Snapchat or MySpace, etc., whatever it may be, or Twitter, right? You're scrolling, but you're not entertained. I mean, think about these things that you do, and you've put yourself in this routine where the first thing you check is your phone. You can't sleep without your phone. We have become in a society that I can show you my private part, but I cannot show you my private conversation on my phone. Where are we? Guys, it's time to man the fuck up. We need to get out of what we have consumed and heard and absorbed and have become part of our lives to make us think that this is what we call normal. It isn't. This is not what normal looks like. We need to move from that space to the next. I'm here to help you. Now you all know you can reach out to me on my Instagram at @the_man_the_fuck_up. Simple. And I will help you. So try and understand, when you're watching all these motivational videos, reading these self-help books, doing all these things that you're doing to try and get you to a better place, you're not going to get there, because the one thing all these videos, all these books lack is helping you understand your 3 questions that you have set for yourself when you wake up every single day. What are your 3 questions? Because you're watching that motivational video hoping that you will find what you already know about yourself. If you're running away from yourself, you will never understand your purpose. So watching all these things, reading all these things is not going to help because you're running away from the truth that you have set for yourself. Look at it this way. Let me close off and tell you, look at it this way, right? You started your life as a child and had a goal because there were no barriers around you. And parenting and social standards, etc., and what the world viewed as safe, etc., started putting all these barriers around you, all your ideas, all your dreams, all your hopes, etc., etc. So basically, you had this free mind as a kid who never thought about being in pain or being hurt, etc. But then as you grew older, so it started doing basically this, and eventually you were in this wall, in this box where you can't come out. So what do you need to do? You need to go back to this. Okay? You need to expand. My hands are going out of frame, but you need to expand. Expand and expand and expand and expand. Break out. Okay? For the simple reason, you're not going to get to where you want to get until you describe your 3 situations, scenarios, and questions. That is how you understand what motivation is. By breaking away from that. By not conforming to what we have known or called normal. Once you break away from that, you then can move on to a place that actually knows what motivation is. That you wouldn't need to watch something, you need to read something, you would just know how to motivate yourself because you have a goal in mind. You have an end goal. And as long as you have an end goal, nobody needs to tell you to get up every morning and train. Nobody needs to tell you to lose weight or gain weight. Nobody needs to tell you you need to study more, learn more, read more. Nobody needs to tell you to focus, when to keep quiet, when to talk. Nobody needs to do anything. Everything will just happen naturally, the way God intended it to happen. So, my friends, I hope you're here, you understand, and you process and begin to man the fuck up. So thank you once again, guys. I thank you for joining me on this day. So I hope this video will help you guys, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe to my channel. All right, put your comments, send me your WhatsApp, send me your Instagram, whatever you want to do what you want to do. Let me know in what ways you want me to talk about, in what ways you guys disagree. Not that I really care, but just do it anyway, because at the end of the day, there's always going to be someone who disagrees. All right? Like I said, don't have an army behind my back, only these guns. So let's chat, let's be real with each other, and always don't forget to man the fuck up. Thank you, guys. See you next time.